Guess I'm live. I don't know where to start. It says gaming, but it's not. Gaming. Sorry. It's not a gaming video. I'm sorry. I don't know. Does that mean one person's watching? There was one person watching. Okay. All right. Well, then I will just start it out and go from there. Just a lot of things I see on TikTok are about like bad relationships or people with PTSD and just getting support and everything. And it's probably easier on TikTok, but I want to say my side of the story of how. Well, let's first start off with, I guess, this. I am borderline personality disorder, and some people know what that is, and some of you don't. It just really means that I just have a hard time. I just have a hard time with any relationship. It doesn't matter if it's family or if it's friendship or if it's like my partner relationship, like who I want to marry in the future relationship. It doesn't matter. I have hard time with relationships, and sometimes I intentionally sabotage them because I'm scared of trusting a person because of what has happened. I have PTSD from a lot of past relationships and my childhood. I have depression. I have severe depression and anxiety. I have social anxiety. I just don't do well with big groups of people. And I am OCD. I like to keep things clean and in their place, or I freak out. Anyway, I was just a bit anxious to do this, but just seeing everyone else getting their story out there. It just made me brave enough to do mine. I am 24 and I'm not the skinniest. I'm not the prettiest. Some of you girls are just absolutely stunning, and I envy you. I get jealous. But this is me. My parents are separated. I lived with my mom from the time I was 9 to 18. I lived with her all my life, but they separated when I was 8. And I got to go and see my dad up until some events that happened. Then I wasn't allowed to see him anymore, and it wasn't even his fault. Like, my dad has kids from a different relation, like before my mom relationship, so I have brother and sister that hate me and my other brother that my dad had with my mom. Are the kids they had together, which me, my brother, they hate us and they did a lot to us, so that was their fault. We couldn't see our dad anymore. I was upset about it. My brother just pretty much just wrote it off as he's a bad guy. He's not. He's our dad. But a lot of my trauma started before my parents split up, and it's just hard talking about because I've literally blocked out a lot of memories, and I will tell you, I have had every kind of abuse there is. I was sexually abused at 3 years old. The only memory I have from when I was that young was my doctor taking my mom out of the room to tell her that I was being sexually abused. And then I don't know if it continued. Like I said, I don't have very many memories. I blocked out a lot of it. But I was always there was always strange people my mom would have in and out of the house, and she would drink and she would do drugs, and it was hard witnessing that as a kid. And I guess I had an eating disorder, and I just, instead of talking to someone, because I couldn't talk to my mom, I couldn't talk to my dad because my dad wasn't, I couldn't go and see him, talk to him. I didn't talk to anyone. I couldn't even talk to like DCS or anybody. Like, I couldn't just, so I literally took everything and held it all in, and I started eating food, lots of sweets, and hoarding food because it was my comfort. I just, and I gained weight like crazy, and I have been the same weight since I was 4. No, I might have been a little bit less, but I've been the same weight since I've been 18. Haven't gained or lost anything. And I've gotten made fun of for it at school, at home. I'm just, it's a lot. I've been through a lot. I've been told all the names in the book. You're fat, you're ugly, you're worthless. And guess what? Me as an adult, I believe them. So I got with guys since I've been 18, and I've had some really, really bad relationships to the point where I've been drugged, I've been raped, I've been abused, I've been told everything in the book again, I've been beat on. I'm really lucky to be alive because some of those relationships got to the point where I was they were going to kill me. But I don't trust the cops enough to help me. So I stuck with those relationships until I got out or they left. Or they got tired of me. They got tired of beating on me, I guess. It's not funny, but you gotta laugh or you're never gonna get through it. And I do. I think my mistakes were stupid. And I should have never done them, but I did. And then there's, I've had people come and go out of my life, but I've had very few stay. I have two very good friends from high school that I still talk to. Well, we don't go months without talking, let's just say that. I do talk to them often. They do have their own lives and their own families and everything. But I do talk to them often, so it's a good thing that I have friends like that. And since high school, I mean, come on, since high school. So it's always good to have those couple friends, but just but it's hard because I've always wanted to have I've always wanted to have a kid and a family and a husband and be that wife that cooks and cleans and just, I love cooking, I love baking, and I love making things. Like, I do tons of arts and crafts. I watch lots of YouTube videos to learn if I don't know something. It's very helpful. And I got my wish on the kid, though. Was it with who I wanted it to be with? No, no, not at all. She's going to be 3 this year, and I'm going to be 25 this year. And I don't get to see her but 2 hours a week because of past things. And it's hard because I had her for her whole first year of her life, and then her dad came in and took her away from me. And now I'm fighting him just to see my daughter. And I just feel like I shouldn't, but I am. And then I got the boyfriend that I wanted. Well, he has proposed to me, but I didn't lose the ring. He did. I had to take it off, and he was going to hold on to it. And yeah, that was the end of it. We didn't see it again, but I don't need no ring to tell me that I love someone, so it wasn't a huge deal to me. But it was beautiful. It was very beautiful. It had a ruby red gemstone in the middle of it, and it was really awesome. I loved it. But I've known this man for 7 years, 6, 7 years, and I really have gotten to know him, and I've really gotten to love him. And after being abused all my life, getting someone who's good to me, and I mean, he trust me, don't get me wrong, the good guys will come with baggage too. You're not gonna get a perfect man or someone who's perfect at everything. And I I have lots of baggage, so us coming together with, we were both broken at the time we got together, like, just in shatters. I just got done having a kid, and I had some really shitty relationships while I was pregnant, and I shouldn't have, because I put myself through hell, which made I put my baby through hell, and I shouldn't have. And he was also broken too. He was getting out of a 2.5 year, 2.5 year relationship, and she was very abusive. She was very mean to him and made him feel, it was just awful, because like seeing him go through some of the pain he did, but I'm pretty sure some of the pain I went through, he was, yes, I will get to the problem of why two broken people shouldn't come together while they're broken. He is a good guy, and I'm a good person. I'm a good woman too. But I think that I should have shown him more so that he wouldn't do what he did, but he did. And it's done, it's over with. Yes, he cheated. He cheated on me. Only 2 times physically, and then the rest were over the phone. I forgave him for what happened over the phone, because, like I said, two broken people coming together to be together is hard, and you have to find some strength to hold on to each other. If one of you does not have that strength to hold on to the other, it's gonna be difficult. One's going to stray away and find what they think is missing, which they're not. But I'll tell you this, he's never once made fun of me. He helped me by encouraging me and telling me I was beautiful, I was smart, I'm amazing, I'm a great mom. Even on the days I didn't feel like I was a great mom, he told me daily how beautiful I was and how smart and how great I was. He would just compliment me, and the compliments didn't stop. And he would worship me in bed. And I know that sounds like a dream come true, and I mean, it was. It made me feel amazing. Like, he made me feel good in my own skin, that I didn't have to hide how heavy set I was, or hide. He even liked the crazy side of me with my baggage and everything. He loved how protective I was, and how jealous I got. He loved that, and I think that's part of the reason why he did what he did over the phone, is because I think he liked to see that side of me. And seeing now, yes, he's sitting in jail because he's had past things come up, and it's been hard. It's been like 7 months since I haven't seen him. I had to move back in with my mom. And it's hard. He's going to be coming out and getting out May 14th, so I'm looking forward to that. But sitting here without him, yeah, I was mad. And having to find out the way I found out about him cheating on me hurt. It stung really bad. But I'm not mad anymore. I was at first, but I'm not mad anymore. I love him. I love everything about him. And he loves everything about me. And yeah, I wanted to break up with him. But now being away from him and having time to have space and think, my own family still doesn't, they still make fun of me. They still break me down. And I'm just now feeling good in my own skin. After 2 years of him encouraging me and encouraging me and encouraging me, he has broke through my wall. And I think I finally broke through to him that I'm not going anywhere. He's stuck with me. I love him through thick and thin. And then I'm not going to do what he did to me because he did it to me. No, I'm not that person. And honestly, being home and having my family make fun of me and point out my flaws and bring up my past and do what they've just done before, reason why I left and didn't want my daughter even around this. They don't support me. Okay, sorry, glitching there. They don't support me. They don't. What happened? Goodness. So anyway, like I was saying, they don't support me. They don't appreciate me. And they make fun of me. And it's not good for my mental health. And still, while my boyfriend is in jail, he still supports me. He still encourages me. He still compliments me and everything. While he's in there, he does all that for me. And I'm starting to look at the big picture here. My family that raised me, gave birth to me, does not want or care about me. But one person does. And my 2 friends. But he even wants a kid with me. You gotta work towards your fairy tale. You're not gonna get a fairy tale from the beginning. They'll come to you when you least expect it and when you're the most just broken in pieces. And no, that's what I'm talking about. That's your special soulmate. He was broken and in pieces when he came and found me. Well, more like I found him. Because what had happened was, yeah, I'd known him for like seven years. But we lost contact and everything. And I had my ex living with me because I really needed the roommate. And anyway, we weren't on like completely bad terms. And this wasn't one of my worst. Actually, one of my like good but bad relationships out of all of them. And he paid his rent and whatnot and helped because I just had a kid. And so my daughter was like gonna be a month old in like a day. So, but my ex had he had a panic attack and he thought that something else was wrong, and like it was really bad. So he called our friend who I've known for like 8 years, Dale, and he's like 62 years old, and he's a really great friend. And he's always been there when I needed him, or vice versa. I've always been there when he needed me. And he had brought my boyfriend now, over when he picked up my ex to take him to the hospital, because I don't have a car and I wouldn't be able. I don't drive, and he didn't have a car either. He had his license and whatnot, but his car got wrecked or something like that. Anyway, but he didn't trust anyone else to let move in with, so that's why I have my ex living there. Anyway, so he had ended up calling our friend Dale. He come to pick him up, and then my boyfriend was there. Like I said, boyfriend now was with him when they picked up my ex and took him to the hospital. Well, I didn't my mom had my daughter at the time, and I was like, I know him. Like, how do I know him? And I'm like, because he has changed. Trust me when I say this. He has. Let's just say he was just a lot bigger in the muscles, and the facial hair was new, and kind of just a different person, really, looks wise anyway, not personality wise. And I just remember that night so vividly. Like, my ex went to the hospital, they showed up to pick him up, and I was just like, what? So it's like, when they left to take him to the hospital, because I knew they were going to come back, I ended up finding him on Facebook again and adding him, and I'm like, hey. And then we video chatted, because he was video chatting me from the hospital. He's like, I don't really want to be here. Like, and I'm like, well, I could use some company. And so while they were waiting on Justin to get out, my ex, Dale had ended up taking him back to my place, and he ended dropping him off and going back to get my ex. So yeah, we did a lot of talking, and like, it's just like it was been so long, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, he's so dreamy, like the perfect guy, like looks wise. And he remembered me, and he remembered our talks and everything, and like we caught up, and I told him I had just had my daughter and that she was with my mom, and we had the whole night to ourselves, which we didn't. She ended up coming back at 3:00 in the morning because my mom couldn't get her to go to sleep, and she wouldn't stop crying. But that was also great too. He got to see my child, and like, he was so great with my daughter. And I'm like, this, like, pinch me, it's a dream. I'm like, he even told me to stay in bed and that he would take care of my daughter. And he got up, changed diaper, fed her, and put her back to sleep. And I'm like, I said, no, this is too good to be true. And I'm like, he would never go for a girl like me. And then, like, from that day on, like, he'll definitely go for a girl like me. And I've been like head over heels in love with him. Way before this, but this actually just kind of sealed the deal. And yeah, he's very broken. He was when he came to me, and I was very broken when he found me. And like it was, I don't think that he showed up with Dale for no reason. I don't. I think it was meant to be. I think it was, and I still believe to this day that we're meant to be together. And that's all my boyfriend keeps talking about is he wants to get married. He wants a kid with me. He wants to get a house. He wants all this, and I'm like, there's no way. I said, there's no way you do. And I said, even though after all the mistakes he's made, I shouldn't be with him. That's what people say. But you don't. You don't know what happens behind closed doors. And it is definitely my fairy tale. And I don't think I could ever want it any other way. I'm just saying, I've had a horrible life, and it broke me to the brink of me wanting to leave this world. But I'm telling you, you will get everything that you wish for, everything that you dream for, everything that you pray for. Just be patient, but always keep your heart open. Don't ever close it up. And don't forget, no matter what shape, size, color, anything, you are beautiful. You are brilliant. You're amazing. You're great. And I'm sure you're a great parent if you're a parent. Don't ever lose faith. Don't ever give up. And remember, you're gorgeous. You're handsome. Talk to guys too. And if you're one of those guys who's still alone, but you're a good guy, you'll find a good woman. Just hang in there. She's out there, waiting as well. So, just keep your head up, keep going, and don't ever lose faith. And I love you all. You are all very loved. So if you're ever alone, there's always someone to talk to. And I'm always here to talk to you, but of course you don't have a number. But you can always comment on here and ask. And I'll pretty sure you can email me and I will email you back. Because I think you can see my email. So email me. Always open to talk. But I speak English, so I can't be having anyone who doesn't speak English to me, because otherwise I'd be like, I only speak a little bit Espanol, but un poco, but I'm not very. Like I said, only a little bit. So I guess thank you for all that watched, and I hope y'all have a good night or good morning or wherever, whenever you're watching this. And I'm gonna hop off here because it is late for me and I need to finish a movie and get to bed. So I love y'all and stay positive, and I hope that you get something good out of this.